Meet us on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, and Google+. Hey guys, this is Phil from Untitled.com, and this is Apple Watch. So Apple Watch is the first watch and wearable device from Apple, and this only connects to the Apple's own phone, iPhone. And when they first launched it, when they first kind of released that they're going to release an Apple Watch, we were quite surprised that this didn't look anything like what Apple does. And when we actually got this on our hands, we were quite surprised at how bad it looked on the photo and how better and nicer it looks on the real life. So this is the Apple Watch, and as we did on the unboxing, this is it has three different versions: Apple Watch Sport, Apple Watch, and the Apple Watch Edition, which is known for that notorious $10,000 price tag. And this is kind of sitting in the middle. This is quite expensive. This is almost ranging to the $600, and comes in two different versions, 38 and 42 millimeters, and surprisingly enough, this is the 42 millimeter one. That's a bigger one out of the two, and we were surprised at how small it looks on the wrist and how nice it looks in the same time. So we're gonna take it off. So it's a leather strap, and here we go. On the front, we have a display, and by far, this is the nicest display on the smart wearable device I've ever seen. It's very, very sharp, very clear, and very nice in the color reproduction as well. And it looks like a miniature version of the classic iPhone, the iPhone 2G as we call it. On the left, we have the Friends key and the digital crown that you can scroll or press in the same time. You can press it to bring home or the app launcher, or you can press it twice to jump to the multitasking app that you've been using. And nothing to the right. And on the back, there's a heart rate monitor and two buttons over here that you can press and slide your buckle away. And you can actually change this upside down so you can make it suitable for your wrist or the left, or your right or the left wrist. So those are the sensors, and those look quite creepy, like that lighting's on the dentist's office, but I learned to deal with it. So that's the basics of the Apple Watch. And what I have to tell you is that it looks far better than it does on any kind of photo or video. We're pretty sure that our video is going to be not enough to show you how nice of a watch this is. Okay, so what you would want to do next is to pair up your Apple Watch with the iPhone. So as soon as you pair it up, there comes a menu. You can change the layout that is displayed on your watch, as we see over here. And notification, glances, general, there's a whole lot of settings over here that the most of the things that you will deal with here is going to be the notifications that you're going to disable some of the apps that you don't want to receive notifications from your phone to your watch. So that's pretty much it. Now to the Apple Watch itself. The basics. This is a friends key, and it's going to bring you your friend, the list of the friends. If you have added a lot of friends, then you can scroll through with your crown, and you can tap on it, and you can whether call or send messages to that friend. If your friend also has an Apple Watch, then you'll be able to draw that sushi drawing to suggest that you guys go eat sushi. So this is the app launcher, so you can scroll through it, and with the digital crown, you can zoom in or zoom out. My favorite part over here is how the watch icon zooms in to fill that the watch face that I set, and zooms out. So this is the basics of the launcher of the Apple Watch, and what you can do is, of course, there's settings. So you can get into settings and change a whole lot of different settings. While you're scrolling your screen, it's going to be a little tough to scroll onto the watch that's hang on to your wrist. So you can use that digital crown to scroll up or down. And most importantly, what you would want a watch for is to get notifications. When you get notification, it's going to send you that haptic feedback. And that haptic feedback is something that I've never actually had. When we actually talk about the haptic feedback or the kind of vibrations, we think about that annoying vibration our phone does. Whether it's an iPhone or a Galaxy, all the vibration I've ever had was annoying. It would just like boom like crazy. When I have like consecutive messages, it actually drove me crazy, and I almost drew my phone to the floor. A lot of times I never actually did. But what Apple Watch does with the haptic engine is it vibrates very gently and very clearly and very say cheerfully at the same time. So when it vibrates, it's not that annoying machinery vibration that you usually have. It actually knocks on your wrist. And that's what notification from the Apple Watch, not annoying. So when I get notification from the Apple Watch, I was actually happy to get one. It feels really nice on your wrist. And also other things that you might want to do is to change your watch face too, so you can do that force touch. So overall, there are three interfaces that you can do. There's the screen, the usual touch screen. There's force touch, and there's that digital crown. Which of them I found kind of annoying to have a digital crown. Of course, it does add up a functionality and that look of the watch, and I'm very happy to have that on my digital device. But this crown is kind of annoying because kind of confusing at the same time. It has too many interfaces that works in too broad of the places. So when I just want something to happen, I just gotta try whatever I could because I don't know what force touch does over here. I just guess that it's gonna do something, and it usually does. The biggest happiness that I found with the Apple Watch was that activity app. Of course, activities built in almost all kind of smartwatches, but this activity app is it looks really nice. It's the perpendicular, the circular thing is actually fill in as you reach onto your daily goals, which I am almost done to my movements. And when it does, it gives you achievements, and it's quite fun, and it lets you know every hour that you got to stand up. And I found it pretty amusing because the other activity apps or the health tracker kind of thing is always try to annoy me instead of making me happy to work out for myself. The apps wise is something that I wasn't exactly happy about. Firstly, there aren't exactly a lot of apps. Of course, the Apple Watch has a lot more apps than the other watches do. But when I'm trying to use the apps are not installed on the watch, but it's installed on the phone. So on the very first launch of an app, it's gonna take a very long time because it's gotta download that app from your phone over to your watch through Bluetooth. So it takes a long time. After the first initial launch, it's going to take a lot shorter time, but that, of course, is a whole lot of annoyance. Now, the another thing is the battery. The battery lasts about a little longer than a day. For my usual usage, it lasts a little bit longer than a day. I was able to use it for two full days if I was lucky, because I don't use my iPhone that much. But the battery life seems to be not exactly satisfactory. That's something that we'll have to wait for the next generation. So the overall, there are a lot of comments about the Apple Watch, and what I gotta say about this is definitely one of the fantastic jobs that Apple has done for their first generation thing. Of course, people say that you gotta skip the Apple's first generation. I wonder which manufacturer does not offer that kind of compromises. But the Apple Watch as a first generation was actually a lot better than I thought. But for that price range, I'm not really sure, although I was extremely happy with aesthetics and the build quality of this amazing little thing. I'm not sure if it's worth that much to have this first generation on your wrist. The app loading speed and the battery life is definitely going to get better with the next generation, and I hope that they streamline the interface a bit, because this crown and the friends button still doesn't really seem useful to the cost that is confusing us. So we'll be waiting for the second generation. As a first generation, this is a terrific job that Apple has done. I've never seen this good or this nice of a feeling that I want to keep on touching it from any other manufacturer's smartwatches. But if you are willing to get it, I'm not exactly sure if you want to do that, because for the price that you paid, this is a bit of an incompletion that Apple has launched the world. So that was the Apple Watch, and we'll see you guys later.